This guy's embarrassing me. It's made me look like a fool on stream. Alright, I got him without that much damage, so maybe I could be pulling this back. Oh, what character is that? He looks sick. How did he? Oh, he did the block. Fuck. Damn, this guy knows what he's doing, this guy. How did I not pick that up? I'm pressing X.
It's my, I wanna see it. How many kills did I even get this game? Like 4. Oh yeah? Look at the highlight. There's two builds here, but I'm gonna show the actual most impressive build I've seen so far. Just this one right here. Now this guy, yeah, I did put my camp outside his house. I should have known. Look at this. Look at this beautiful place. Oh my god. What a work of engineering. Absolutely. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, my highlight was when I didn't die. Oh, when I sniped. Ah, nice. Yes. It was when I sniped the Scarlet Witch after I blocked her special. I blocked hers. The license plate reads 3CP 462. Right. Now, this is a reference to SCP-462, codenamed the Getaway Car. And the Getaway Car is described as being a rusty El Camino, Chevy El Camino, that instantly teleports people to their destination, but in dangerous ways. This is not something that teleports people, but it definitely will get you to your destination, and the description for the SCP in the file matches the description or the look. And victim to this movement and become mindless fucking mouthpieces for hatred, right? And end up doing crazy shit that threatens their life and fucks up their career and safety and everything, even fucking more than it was before, right? Like doing something that's like raiding the Capitol on behalf of the president. Fucked them up. I fucked them up. That was really fun. And you can see here where your accessories are. If you click on them, look at where it's locked, right? Right on the bottom, or in yellow, it'll tell you how to get it. It'll tell you where you gotta go and what you gotta do. All these, most of the ones that I'm looking for are, you have to follow these riddles, right? But some of them you can also get from buying from certain vendors. Oh yes, this is the best. Oh yeah, I love this fucking play. He was so mad when that kill, he just hunted me down after that. Once he came back, he went straight for me. Okay. Let's do this! What's my clip? What's my highlight? This? I guess because I protected everybody? Oh. Oh man!
Of course it was Lynn that said yes.
I feel bad for Lynn because she just seems dumber than fuck. And she's just a part of that.
Oh
No,
man.
Lynn seems like dumb sweet, you know? Like
Yeah,
someone
that's
who's
what I
just
mean.
so sweet
That's
makes them
what I
dumb.
mean. I'm just like, bro, hang it up.
Is that me?
No.
What?
No.
Alright, bro.
I don't know how I come off. I don't know how I come off at all because when I was like not full of PTSD and like saw people in person, they all told me I came off very intimidating and they all thought I was a bitch until they got to know me and then they're like, you're the sweetest fucking person ever.
You seem like the right amount of like nice. Like Lynn sounds like she'd be walking down the street with absolutely nothing.
I got that
It's very was it naive optimism. Daimacho. Oh. Daimacho every day. They're just like, why is this guy saying weed? Got you. I got you, bitch. Oh no 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 no. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna die. No. That's how you draw the corners. This is the craziest PvP experience. I was hoping, you know, we get some like good firefights, and because I wanted to have like a video to use for the video I'm going to be making for PvP. Well, let me clip this. If you plan on turning your tractor trailer into, or your pickup truck into like some sort of mobile fortress with a special Gatling gun that you can put on there, and you can bring an extra Gatling gun in there, it's going to automatically disappear. It kind of sucks. I hope that that's something that changes soon, especially since it's pretty important and kind of loses functionality when it comes to mobile territories, not have that as an option.
So he said he was just going to do that, which is kind of fucked up because you have people who aren't actual just soldiers deploying soldiers, and it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Probably, if you want to use the National Guard, a governor of that state is in direct control of the National Guard, so Trump has no control of that. If you have a guy who's like in a blue state and Trump orders him to use the National Guard, he can refuse, and Trump cannot do shit about it, you know, because directly the governor.
It's not the same thing every single time. When you do space ripples, the objective will always change. There's only been a couple of them that I've seen so far. Like, there's one where a Gatling gun drops and you have to shoot a lot of enemies at once. And, like the one I just did where you have to kill all the eggs and stop all the guys from spawning. Got him! Winning! Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. That was badass. Amazing. Oh my god. What a game. What was that? How many kills did I get that game? 12. Fucking create your own kind of custom skin if you've unlocked one of those rainbow decals from the new. chest box that they have on the shop, the one where you can get the flaming motorcycle. It also drops these decals. If you go to stick them on your vehicle, all you gotta do is make them really big and place them on the right spots, and you could cover the most of the motorcycle and have your own kind of like rainbow psychedelic effect skin.
Who did win? Look at the rankings. They won.
No way.
What?
Yeah, Bear
must
Gang
have went
took
there.
their place.
Nobody probably showed up. Maybe they fought.
And
maybe they lost.
we're still second. Monster
Still
Inc.
gonna
didn't beat us, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have
I'm number one.
Damn,
The Joe Rogan Experience.
they could take first right now if they took all their places back.
Happen to hear something, it takes away all of the weight and momentum. But this is going to come back later. I do want to put this out later because, like I said, I thought that this was interesting, but I will be harping on it.
Alright, motherfuckers, I have returned. I have returned after a 2-day break. A small vacation, I want to say. Not a large one. Let me zoom out a bit. I was pretty much busy. I had a little get together with the family not too long ago, just a couple days ago. Trying to make sure that, you know, we celebrate the Super Bowl as well as some family birthdays that were happening. Knocking a few birds with one stone, I want to say, yesterday, and Saturday was just work and a whole bunch of other random shit. But I am back, and you know, I did my work, right? I feel a little proud of myself. I did what I was supposed to, and what do I mean by that? Even though I wasn't streaming, I was still taking notes, still preparing something. So today, since it's been 2 days of a break, we have a lot to cover and go over. Basically, I'm going to go over all the news that had happened over the weekend, including some that is breaking today. And, you know, I'm not going to be going in time order in which this news had broken out. Definitely not. Especially since some of this is more important than others. I also want to reiterate and get into something at least mention something I was thinking about today. You know, I've already mentioned before that one of the tactics that the Trump administration is employing right now is this rapid fire kind of flood the zone tactic of just throwing a bunch of shit out and seeing what sticks. To overwhelm and also tire out and disable the morale of their enemies, right? Their enemies being United States people, I want to say. At least the ones that aren't insane cultists who have completely bought into his bullshit. But, you know, in doing this, I think I've also mentioned before and criticized a couple people, there was Ezra Klein or something, for saying that because that they're doing this, you know, we can't believe or take seriously anything that Trump puts out there, right? And, you know, I've already put my own criticism about how I don't believe that this should be the case. We should, even though we know that most of this isn't going to go nowhere, even though that we know most of this is probably going to be stopped by a judge or frozen at some point, that we should not at all take everything and just dismiss it. Even if it seems stupid, the plan that may be in place for if he gets his way with any of these things may be the launching ground in which he'll do even worse shit for, right? Like, say, for example, defining what sex is through an executive order, right? So we need to take it all seriously, even if it seems clownish. At least not seriously in regards to, oh, this needs to be in a matter of prioritized importance, but more of seriously as in we should assume he's probably going to try to do this. And he's probably going to employ every single thing that he can, every single bit of tools and power that he has to his ability in order to make this thing happen, right? Do we have to worry about all of it equally? Maybe not so much, but at least respond to it as if he will 100% do said thing, right? So I'm gonna try to start off with something, the least serious thing, right? As I've been trying to get in the habit of doing, right? I wanna immediately overwhelm ourselves with depression and anxiety and stress, right? And start off with the lightest thing if possible. And that'll be the most obvious thing, the Super Bowl. That happened yesterday. I myself, not really a big football fan. I don't really give a fuck too much about this kind of shit. I like sports more as something to participate in rather than something to watch, right? I will 100% enjoy playing a game of football, basketball, baseball, whatever else it is, rather than watching other people do it all year long and then obsessing about a team or not. I'm not trying to make fun of it though. I'm not trying to make fun of sports, right? I get the appeal. It is entertaining, right? I've been into it at some point in my life. It's not for me anymore as much. And I never understood the obsession behind it. I do understand like the pride, I guess, but not into the level of which some fanatics have gone to, you know, especially in the United States. You see people who obsess over things like they have to make sure they're wearing their lucky jersey. If they don't, then they're gonna like flagellate themselves with a whip if the fucking team loses for the next week, because they blame themselves for being the reason why they didn't get the Super Bowl win or whatever the fuck it is. But you know, that kind of mentality, I have a lot of criticisms towards the sports team obsession mentality, like as if we're going to war or something like that, but I don't give a fuck about it at all. At the end of the day, I feel like as long as they don't freak the fuck out and burn down their cities because their team won or lost, it don't really matter what they do if they care about this shit. But Eagles won, and I will say that them winning actually might be the first, if not the only win that the Democrats or the liberals have succeeded in achieving, right? And why do I say this? How is it possible, you may ask? How is it possible for me to correlate, the winning of a football team to anything political? Well, the question. Normally I wouldn't. Normally, like we all should probably be doing, is separating the two, right? Sports got nothing to do with politics. You shouldn't even be having the mentality of that in there, right? But of course, with the type of party that we're dealing with, the type of mentality that Trump is, and the type of stuff that his whole audience seems to be into all the time, obsessed with, focused on, is this shit. So why am I saying all this? There are members of the Chiefs team, Chiefs football team. Speaking up, hopefully you hear me. I'm just serving myself some Nazi sticks and marinara sauce, marijuana sauce. But there are members of the Chiefs team who seem to be diehard MAGA fans, right? MAGA fans. So that's okay. I don't give a fuck, typically speaking. You could support wherever you want to. I do give a fuck on the fact that you're gonna waste your support for a guy who clearly doesn't give a fuck about you. But at the end of the day, you got these people who are obsessive over Trump on that team. So naturally, what does Trump do? He plays into that, and he starts to give that team his undying support and a stamp of approval, right? And just like with anything else that Trump touches, they fucking die. They lose. They don't just lose, they got blown the fuck out, because this is a big ass loss, right? And I don't know much about football, but through reading a lot of the stuff that was going on, it seems like there was a lot of accusations against the Chiefs that they've only won and gotten this far in the season because of a lot of help from referees that they possibly had paid off, or just freak accidents that had happened. They got really lucky, right? So Chiefs come up, they got blown out. What happens, right? Not only do they lose, but the halftime show was Kendrick Lamar, right? And the show that he put on was not accepted very well by the people on the left. The people on the right. MAGA audience, MAGA supporters, really pissed off at the fact that there was a black person doing the halftime show. A lot of the comments that I saw and criticism towards him was that they couldn't understand him, and his music was just not, fit for the sport or whatever the fuck, that they should be having people like AC/DC and all the typical things that you would expect MAGA to say. You know, you can say what you want, it's totally okay if you don't like his music, but they were saying things like it was the worst like halftime show of all time, right? And then on top of that, you had Samuel Jackson who made an appearance dressed like Uncle Sam. I think there were a lot of like jabs towards Trump in the act. I haven't watched it. I don't really care to. I don't think it's important enough to get through that. But, you know, that's what was reported to me. That's what I read. So on top of all this, right, you know, they're really pissed off about the halftime show. Team loses. What do they go for, right? They gotta get something out of this, right? They can't just walk away feeling totally cucked out and embarrassed about all this, right? So they go for Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift was there that night. It seems to be the case that the world is divided on how the series of events had unfolded. And you can see clearly right here, if you type in Trump booed on YouTube, you can see the variations and reports of what actually had happened. Taylor Swift reacts to being booed at. Trump is humiliated at the Super Bowl. Trump faces boos. You know, Taylor Swift mocking Trump. Trump is booed. Who's booed? Who was booed, right? This is unimportant. But who the fuck was booed? Who knows? The revisionist history seems to be crazy. I dug a little bit into it. I don't want to put too much energy into it. But it seems like what had happened was Trump was actually booed when he came up, and then they started the national anthem, which changed into from just booing to like a mix of like booing, cheering, or whatever, because at the same time it seemed like they were also like putting on different celebrities onto camera, and she happened to pop up, and then that ensued. It's ridiculous, right? What's going on, Gandalf? How's it going? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And yourself? I hope you're doing well. I was actually thinking about you the other day. I was wondering how everything has been going on, and if you were like all right. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a bit, but everything's good, man. Everything's good so far. Nobody knows. I mean, people know. We'll know. We'll find out. I'm sure if I took the time to actually pull up raw footage of the events, I'd be able to really figure out what the fuck actually went down. But this is nothing. This is nothing. This is not important. But this is what the MAGA is holding on to. They're clutching their pearls, and this is the best they could do for that night, right? Especially in light of an interview that Trump had before the Super Bowl, as well as some of the stuff that he had said on a plane ride, which I think I may get into, but maybe not. I feel like a lot of the information on there is not that important either. It's just a lot of the run-of-the-mill same old stuff that he goes through. However, this interview is pretty shocking because the person who's interviewing him kind of asked some questions that I would not expect from anybody who's interviewing Trump, let alone somebody on Fox News, particularly from Fox News. But it kind of put him in a pickle, in a hard place situation when it came to answering these questions, because these are questions that criticize him in a way. I'm doing fine, but an elderly friend is undergoing cancer, and I'm a bit peeved at all the secrets kept within my family, even kept from each other for an insane reason. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. That sucks. I'm really sad to hear that. I know that from personal experience, I've had a family member before who had cancer, and a lot of what was going on was kept secret from everybody too. As a matter of fact, he kept it secret from nearly everyone except himself, and then like one other person, I think. And we didn't really find out until he had passed that he had cancer at all. But I feel for you, man. I'm sorry, dude. Shit's hard, and I feel like there's like a Mercury's in retrograde or some shit lately, because a lot of stuff happening with people from what I've been hearing and talking to.
Now, welcome to Mar-a-Lago, the Winter White
Here's the interview that I was speaking of.
House in Palm Beach, Florida. We're pleased to be joined by the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Mr. President, thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
Happy Super Bowl.
Thank you.
You know, you are going to be the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl. It's a big day for America, always is. What made you want to do it?
Well, first of all, I'm very surprised to hear that. I would have assumed.
Don't give up anything. All right, keep your head up. Keep your fucking head up, motherfucker. I'll fight you if you don't.
any president came, but I think just the spirit of the country's taken on a whole new life. I thought it would be a good thing for the country to have the president be at the game.
It was an iconic day.
It's an iconic day. It's going to be a great game, two great teams. And let's see what happens.
You know, it seems the first days of
Thanks,
this
man.
administration are like a no-huddle offense. You know, plays going down the field, one after another. There's a long list of things you've already got done in 3 weeks. Big border policy changes, ICE crackdowns on criminals, taking biological men out of women and girls sports, big energy
Think about
policy.
this. His biggest accomplishment in his career so far, I mean, not his career, this current presidency or whatever administration is getting transgender out of sports, and you know, again, that only affects like 0.0001% of the population. So he literally has done nothing for most average Americans. Like, nobody's gonna be noticing these effects in any positive way. A guy messaged me saying, "Hey, I've been hearing about you for over a year now. So I'm on my way to becoming a noble." Oh shit, in your country. Oh, hell yeah. The ball is rolling, bro. The light shines. You're getting there, man. Your star is in its ascendancy. You'll get your day. You'll get your day.
Changes. So what's different with you and your administration? The difference between the 45th president and the 47th president?
Well, with the 45th, I had tremendous
Balance.
opposition.
Balance. Balance is the key. You don't deprive yourself of relaxation and being able to, you know, make sure your battery's charged and ready to go for the next day. But don't fall behind on it either. Don't fall for the temptation to chill too much, because I do that all the time. I do that all the fucking time. What's going on, Johnny? I hope you're doing well today. Happy Monday? Is it Monday? Happy Monday, motherfucker. I hope you're doing well. What was it? I think I just got a feeling because it's finally starting to become something. No, yeah, no, it's a good feeling. Hold on to that. That's good and positive. Don't let that go, and keep the ball rolling. Keep the ball rolling. Go at the pace that is needed. All right, that path will be treaded on. Just keep on, keep it on. Everyone's doing great, man. Everyone's doing fantastic today so far, except for America, collectively speaking. But no, we're good, I think.
But I didn't know people, and I
Right
didn't
now,
have...
we're gonna be watching this interview that Trump did right before the Super Bowl.
And let's see what happens.
You know, it seems the first days of this administration are like a no-huddle offense. You know, plays going down the field, one after another. There's a long list of things you've already got done in 3 weeks. Big border policy changes, ICE crackdowns on criminals, taking biological men out of women and girls sports, big energy policy changes. So what's different with you and your administration? The difference between the 45th president and the 47th president?
Well, with the 45th, I had tremendous opposition, but I didn't know people, and I didn't have...
Yeah, I'll talk about it again. It's small. It's not too big. Fox is such fucking coward. They fucking are. But you know what, Soviet? You're gonna be surprised, because they just, I don't know if it was by accident or whatever, but this interviewer asked some questions that kind of put him on the fucking spot, and you could just see him just struggling to fucking answer that. I don't think it was purposeful, because you know Fox is just they're cucks to Trump. They fucking love this guy. But briefly, go over what I said before about the Super Bowl. It's like tabloid drama nonsense. Fucking the Chiefs were endorsed by Trump because the Chiefs had a couple, was it Patrick Mahomes or somebody who is a Trump supporter, a huge MAGA guy. So everything that Trump touches dies, and then they ended up getting their shit blown out the fucking water because of it. I don't know much about sports, or I mean football particularly. I heard that the reason why the Chiefs even got this far was because of like referees like being favorable to them, or a bunch of like they just got lucky essentially, or whatever the fuck it was. You know, Eagles, but yeah, you're right, they got blown the fuck out the water. What ended up happening though at some point was right before the national anthem, Trump showed up and there was like a cheer or booze. I can't confirm or deny it, but I'm almost positive it was booze, right? There was booze going on, there was a little commotion, right? It was a mix of cheers and booze. They were like doing a quick like celebrity pan, right? And the cameras, so they're going from celebrity to celebrity, right? And you know, they had their fucking national anthem. So what the people online, it seems to be, they seem fucking confused. So you got people on the right saying that Taylor Swift was booed and that Trump was cheered, as if Taylor Swift is a person of importance, which she's not, right? And it's very clear that Trump had his feelings hurt. He actually left a little early from what I read. You said the Eagles dog walk the Chiefs. Yes, I don't watch sports things all rigged. It might be. I don't know. Could be. I know that a lot of this shit can be with the more important matches. Right? Probably not all of them. I don't know the level of that stuff. Again, I don't watch that stuff like that. I like to play sports more than watch sports. I've always been that kind of person that, you know, if like I'm surrounded by a bunch of people who are really hyped up and into it, like then I can get into it for like the night, you know. I can figure out which team I'm gonna support that night and maybe put some money down on it or whatever the fuck it is. But other than that, like I'm not paying attention that much. I feel like there's too much obsession surrounding sports nowadays, you know, right? There should be like a healthy level of pride and care for your team and your state, right? But into the way that some of these sports fans be taking it sometimes, like having a fucking mental breakdown because the dirty bubble on SpongeBob on like Nickelodeon's coverage of the football thing, they're coming out here claiming that it caused them to fucking lose a match. I think that's crazy. I think that's insane. That's just me. Also, I think it's crazy that you guys, that some teams will fucking riot after they win. They're not even losing, that they fucking win, and they're flipping over like cars and doing drunk crazy shit, burning down buildings. What the fuck? Now that's craziness. But this interview happened, I think, before the Super Bowl went down. He also had one on his plane on Air Force One. I don't watch sports, I play them too, yes. I used to do mixed martial arts for like 15 years. These sports teams don't care about you, they do not. As a matter of fact, they charge you $9 per, that's not even, that's like scratching the surface of the bullshit that these sports teams be doing sometimes. Like, I know for a fact that the Florida, was it Tampa? Was it Tampa Bay? I think it's a baseball team or whatever. So whichever stadium has a fucking aquarium inside of it on like where the people sit at, the amount of taxpayers' money that goes into financing the building of these like stadiums is fucking atrocious. And what was it? Last night I found out that the Dodgers stadium is built upon like, was it native soil? The people had used to fucking live there, and they kicked all these like families out that were like immigrants and hard workers and shit. They just kicked them out their houses and destroyed everything and built a fucking stadium right on top of that shit. It's nuts. It's fucking nuts. I wonder how sports hooligans sustain themselves. Like, do they have a job or something? They do. It's not surprising. What they do is I guess they go construction, or they got really lucky and they got like some money job because I don't know, their parents are already rich and they ended up like doing that or whatever. Or maybe they just don't have any money. They just be wasting their fucking shit on beer and gambling, because I know a lot of them gamble too. They'd be gambling their money away on fucking sports bets and shit, fantasy football or whatever. I don't get it. I don't get it. I do get being proud of a team. I do get like being hyped up, seeing like people doing crazy cool shit and pushing the limits of what like a human being is capable of, I guess. I don't get fucking making your entire personality surround a group of people that will never even look at you, let alone like do anything for you. Did you see that the UFC kicks out the fighters right after they fight because they don't bite? I didn't even know that. Is that actually true? Hold on, I gotta look that up. That's fucked. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What? Bro, you're not lying. Holy fuck. That's insane. That's insane. I never fucking knew that. That's crazy. That's corruption, dude. It's your own fight. You're fighting there. Like, what do you mean you can't stay around? What? Excuse me. Nobody would be making money here if it wasn't for these fighters. Like, there wouldn't be an event. Nobody would be fucking at the ring. What? What do you mean they can't stick around after they're done fighting? What the fuck kind of stupid shit? That's insane. That's absolutely absurd. I'm actually surprised it hasn't had more attention drawn to it.
I had the kind of support that I needed. I put people in office, some great, some really great ones.
Green culture for sure. I'm surprised that there isn't that much attention to that shit. That's insane. Like, why isn't fucking Joe Rogan talking about this all the time? Like, I haven't heard him mention this shit fucking once. This guy's out here talking about dumb shit with people. Oh my god, I'm gonna get into this in a little bit. But his most recent podcast, he was talking to Brett Weinstein, who's a fucking biologist. He's an evolutionary biologist. Why the fuck is it that they're talking about like Elon Musk's actions with U.S. aid and the stuff, the supposed like things that they've uncovered and things that have nothing to relate to his career? Why the fuck is he talking about that shit? I mean, meanwhile, Joe Rogan's wasting his time with that. But then, he comes from a background of UFC. Apparently, he cares about fighters. He cares about fighting, all this kind of stuff. He's not wasting he's not using any of his time or effort to push for reforms about things as simple as that. As simple as that. More concerned about sucking up to Trump and complaining that comedy is no longer how it used to be because he's now like a shitty comedian. He's not even that funny. Because the UFC is run by white right-wingers. It's ran by Soros and Wants, he'd be crying on his podcast. Yes, he would be. That's very true.
A couple of years later, if I had a little more experience in D.C., I was a New York person, not a D.C. person. And I had a lot of opposition. I just noticed, I looked on the stage for the recent inauguration, and I'm looking, it's like a who's who of Washington. Well, if you look on the stage for the first one, it was just the opposite.
So some of your plays have raised some questions and had some pushbacks. 19 states attorneys general filed a lawsuit, and early Saturday.
How are you gonna say some pushback and then just immediately talk about how 19 fucking attorney generals has shut down your movement?
Judge
some pushback? Hold on. By the way, majority of his actions so far have been like stopped by a judge or frozen. I just want to put that out there.
To restrict Elon Musk and his government efficiency team, Doge, from accessing Treasury Department payment and data systems. They said there was a risk of irreparable harm. What do you make of that? And does that slow you down on what you want to do?
No, I disagree with it 100%.
I know I didn't even cover this yet, but I will once we're done with this video. We witnessed just over the weekend, we witnessed some absurd shit that we have never seen before, right? Being perpetrated by Elon Musk, supposedly under Donald Trump's orders, at least with the power that has been temporarily granted to him. And also, some of the power that he claims to be using and wielding wasn't actually granted to him. He doesn't have some of this power. And what I mean by this? He was preventing members of Congress, members of fucking Congress, from getting into the Department of Education building to talk about projects and fundings for things that they had already approved of, right? So let's look at that. Real quick, let's look at that. Let's pull this up. Here is one of Elon Musk's goons. One of his fucking incels, right? Random unnamed incel. Ass 20-year-old fucking God knows what the fuck. He's over here blocking members of Congress. Members of Congress. He gets paid by the people who are standing right in front of him. He's acting under Elon Musk's orders. Somehow, somehow, I don't know how the fuck they got this. Behind these doors you don't see are some armed guards, right? So he's there with armed guards, and they're saying they won't let him in, right?
We've asked her for a meeting.
What the fuck is he doing in there in all these apartments, right? He is doing things that are not only illegal, but also unconstitutional,
Can you deny members of
right?
Congress their oversight?
You cannot, not even the president can do this, cannot cancel or move around or withdraw funds that have been already allocated towards certain programs by the Congress. Can't do that. That's like written in the Constitution, right? There shouldn't be any exceptions to this, but yet Elon's got this going on, right? So I'm gonna finish this video, so I want to get ahead of myself again.
I think it's crazy.
Put this in a little bit of a speed
we
up.
have to solve the efficiency problem. We have to solve the
Because he
fraud,
actually
waste, abuse,
mentions
all
a lot
the
of these
things
things
that
we're
have gone
going
into
to
the
talk
government. You take a look at the USAID, the kind of fraud in there.
You
Where
found
the money's going.
significant
Well, we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars of money that's going to places where it shouldn't be going. Where if I read a list, you'd say this is ridiculous, and you've read the same lists, and there are many that you haven't even seen. It's crazy. It's a big scam. Now, there's some good money, and we can do that through
So
any
they're
one of them. I think
claiming
I'd rather give it to Mark.
that Elon, in his process of not just blocking Congress from the education department, but also the whole US aid stuff, right? They're claiming that they found all this money being used illegally or inappropriately, or being like just so much corruption, right? He's claiming that they found all this, but if you try to look up what they've announced that they found, you're not gonna find anything. Nobody knows what the fuck they took off these servers, right? Other than they probably just copied and pasted a bunch of shit. What I do know, no wait, actually strike that. We do know the basic aim in which they're probably grabbing right now from like their basic targets, right? They want to target and destroy congressionally approved funding and programs for other agencies and other things, right, that they don't like. Or for agencies that happen to be investigating Trump, Elon, or anyone else who's part of this corrupt ass fucking administration and team that's helping and supporting them in any fucking way, right? So of course it's to go after their rivals, right? It's to protect their own, and to get rid of programs that may fall within the line of a lot of their rhetoric and a lot of their ideologies in which they want to shape America, right? That is what we know they're doing. And what's even worse, the Treasury, the only people in the United States that have power over the Treasury or Congress, right? Those who've been fucking elected, right? There's certain people that have positions of power that could control that. They have the ability to allocate the funding and all that kind of shit. It's all up to them. There are systems, like technological systems I'm talking about, right? That monitor, make sure that all these things are done in the way that they're supposed to be done, right? And Elon's team of bald-headed ass motherfuckers are not just copying and pasting how these systems operate, but they're doing a little bit of editing, a little bit of deleting here, a little bit of moving around there, a little bit of fucking smudging, you know, they're just doing whatever the hell it is that they feel like doing right now. And they've overstepped, obviously, all the powers that they were given. They took it upon themselves to act like they're kings, right? This whole charade has been right now blocked by many judges, as this guy just said right now. He's 19. And we're gonna say more. Next Democratic president better cut funding from SpaceX. They better shut that motherfucking shit down. No, you know what? No, don't shut it down. They should depose Elon of it and have someone else take it over. Like they did with TikTok. Force them into selling it.
Take care of the few good ones. So I don't know if it's kickbacks or what's going on, but the people, look, I ran on this, and the people want me to find it. And I've had a great help with Elon Musk, who's been terrific.
Bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it. But I told him to do that. Then I'm going to tell him very soon, like maybe in 24 hours, to go check the Department of Education. He's going to find the same thing. Then I'm going to go to the military. Let's check the military. We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse. But I campaigned on this, Brett.
You announced tariffs on Canada and Mexico. You immediately got action from both of them on border security and drug interdiction.
I did. A lot of
Is that
action
good
that nobody
enough?
expected.
Is that good enough?
No, it's not.
That was bullshit. They didn't get... Alright, so the whole border shit, we already covered that a couple days ago. when he got those tariffs, he didn't get these companies or countries to start working for him and doing all these things that he was demanding. They just told him what he wanted to hear, and essentially agreed to continue doing what they were already going to do before he even took office administration. They didn't gain anything. Trump didn't succeed in any of his fucking plans. It was nothing burger. And Tesla, yes. He's not gained it. Anything while getting access to trillions, yes.
Not good enough.
He doesn't have those no man in the office in the United States has the power to do what Elon Musk is doing right now. It's not legal. No one is able to do that shit. If they wanted to take away funding, if they wanted to get any of this information, if they wanted any of this stuff, they had to go through Congress first. They did not do.
Or needed in 30 days.
Something has to happen. It's not sustainable, and I'm changing it.
You know, the Prime Minister said this weekend to a group of Canadian businessmen, he was at a private meeting, he said that your wish for Canada to be the 51st state is a, quote, real thing. Is it a real thing?
Yeah, it is. I think Canada would be much better off being a 51st state.
This is ridiculous.
We lose $200 billion a year.
This is part of the flood the zone tactic. It's filler.
Canada, and I'm not going to let that happen. It's too much. Why are we paying $200 billion a year essentially in subsidy to Canada? Now, if they're a 51st state, I don't mind doing it.
You said that the tariff is a beautiful word. There are some signs in the markets, consumer confidence, that they're a little jittery. So if all goes to plan, when do you think families will be able to feel prices going down, groceries, energy, or are you kind of saying to them, hang on, inflation may get worse until it gets better?
No, I think we're going to become a rich... Look, we're not that rich right now. We owe $36 trillion. That's because we let all these nations take advantage of us. Same thing, like 200 billion with Canada. We owe 300. We have a deficit with Mexico of 350 billion.
He just announced another tariff, by the way, towards steel and aluminum. He thinks that he's going to be somehow helping the country in the long run by promising us that we just have to grit through the initial pain and devastation that these tariffs will bring. It'll be, it'll be daisies and sunshine on the way out. Obviously, it's a scam. It's a fucking scam. Like, come on, man. Like, how much more scammy does it have to be? It's like saying that this guy came up to you, was like, yo, just give me access to your routing number and your checking account and all that kind of stuff. I promise you'll lose all your fucking money at first, right? It's going to be not there, but I promise in the long run, like in about a month or two or some shit, not only will you get all of it back, but you'll get like 4 times the fucking amount. I promise you. It's the same shit. And how the fuck are these? How do people fall for these scams? I just don't get it. Like, this is obviously a fucking scam. It's a scam tactic. He's telling you we're gonna get screwed over. You're gonna get screwed over, but just fucking believe him. Come on.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let that happen.
Sports has always been something that Americans rally around, come together. They really do. You won the popular vote. You won all the swing states. Have you thought about how to try to bring the country together, to reach out or to find common ground? Have you thought about that or how that might go?
I'd love to do it, but I would say this. We have to come together. But to come together, there's only one thing that's going to do it, and that's massive success. Success will bring the country together, but it's hard. And I say it's hard. I just signed a bill allowing for women not to have to be punished by men in sports. In other words, men are not going to be allowed to play.
Thank God he did that. Oh my God. Now the 0.00001% of the population will not bother me no more. I never even met them in the first place.
In sports against women. It's ridiculous.
You're a sports guy. You're a football fan. Size up these two teams.
I'm a big fan of both teams. They're sort of different. In Philadelphia, you have one of the greatest running backs.
I'm not going to sacrifice anything for the right. Remember, we asked them to sacrifice for COVID. Yep. And they sacrificed so many fucking lives for nothing, right? Fuck these people.
Saquon had an uncle who's a great fighter, and Iran Barkley, his name was. So you have a great running back. You really have a great quarterback. The other team, the quarterback really knows how to win. He's a great quarterback.
Already suffered once under the Trump administration.
I just say that I've watched this great quarterback who has, by the way, a phenomenal wife, okay? She's a Trump fan, she's a MAGA fan, so I happen to love her, okay? But she's a great person. I watched her being interviewed. I said, well, that's pretty good. But she's great, and he's great. I guess you have to say that when a quarterback wins as much as he's won, I have to go with Kansas City. At the same time, Philadelphia has a fantastic.
And because of that,
finally, listen, you're the most recognized person in the world, likely the most imitated person in the world. Every comedian has a Donald Trump imitation, everyone. But now you have UFC fighters winning fights, NFL players doing the Trump dance. Yeah. Did you ever think that was going to be a thing?
No, I didn't. I mean, we do these rallies. They've always been great, but they got really great. And it's just, I don't know what it is. I try and walk off sometimes without dancing, and I can't. I have to dance because it's just got something special about it.
Mr. President, thanks for
cult mentality. It's just cult mentality. But the fact that he put him on the spot for the whole tariff shit.
Fine. But I
Didn't
told him
even
to do
answer
that.
that
I'm gonna tell him
question
personally, like,
He's
maybe
literally
at one point-
telling everybody, we're going to be fucked. We're going to be screwed. We're going to experience pain. It's going to be fucking hard. You know, we're going to be struggling, but I promise it's all going to be all right. Come on, man. I'm not going to... Oh, if Biden attended the Super Bowl, Fox would be saying that he's letting the country die while enjoying lavish. Yep, exactly. Of course, because the accountability doesn't equate there at all. It's like they don't give a fuck about the amount of times Trump went golfing in the middle of fucking crises, but that is, I guess, the low-hanging fruit of criticism when it comes to Trump at this point, considering all the other stuff that he has held against him. Also, real quick, Kanye's gone back to being full-blown Nazi. I'm not even gonna get back into this shit. I'm just gonna let that out there right now before I forget. He's back online talking all types of crazy shit, going super Nazi again. I guess he forgot to take his medication again, or he just, he's on that like, I'm gonna get away from this medication for a bit because I don't trust it no more, or whatever the fuck it is. I'm going to normalize talk about Hitler the way they talk about killing, N-word, and yeah, he deleted his account too, also as well. He's gone crazy again. He might be back on. I'm just saying this because we might end up seeing him going around the country, Nick Fuentes again. But more serious stuff. The whole Musk takeover right now, right? The checks and balances that remain within our country have been holding up for now, right? It was said before in the interview, federal judge blocks Elon Musk's Doge from accessing sensitive U.S. Treasury Department material. Right? No, don't blame it on his mental state. He's doing it for attention. Oh yeah, I mean that's part of his mental state though. He wants it. He wants attention because he's got mental problems. It goes together. It goes together. I'm just saying he has these like waves of like he's just doing whatever the fuck it is, where he's not trying to get attention, and then he comes back and he tries to get a bunch of attention because I don't know what the fuck is going on. You gotta admit, there's something wrong up there. There's something ain't clicking. There's some neurons that ain't connected. They're trying to connect, but he's broken that bridge between both of them. They're freaking out now. But Doge is now being blocked from accessing the Treasury Department. Also remind you, he's been accessing other offices of personnel, the USAID material as well. And this is following a lawsuit from the 19 Democratic Attorney Generals that was mentioned in the interview before. And the lawsuit claims that Doge's access violates federal law, which it does. It could interfere with funding appropriated by Congress, which it probably will. This is a dire situation. This really puts into question and tests the strength of our Constitution. Because if we don't do something about this, and we just let this slide, like, what is a Constitution anymore at this point? Like, we're just disregarding it now? Is it not necessary in our government? We don't accept it as the letter of the law? It can't work like that. It's not that easy. It's because he's becoming irrelevant because his music isn't getting that. Yeah, his music sucks ass, dude. Music fucking. I stopped listening to him since like fucking Graduation. Graduation was great. Maybe even Heartbreak, I guess, but I didn't even like Heartbreak that much. It's just he's irrelevant, dude. It's just crazy because like he gets attention very easily from this, right? It's like he could pick it up anytime he wants to, where all of a sudden the MAGA and Trump and Elon and Nick Fuentes and all these people just like pick him up and they start hanging out with him and whatever, and just a big blow up, and then that just distracts from everything else that's happening. It's just so fucking annoying. But also it sucks because I used to like his music. It's just crazy because I did when I was younger. When he first came out, shit was good. Now it's fucking trash, McGrass. So. Congress raised concerns about the security of personal data and potential illegal freezes on federal funds due to Doge's actions. The case reflects ongoing efforts to obstruct the Trump administration's plans to disrupt government institutions, particularly USAID. I feel like we need to explore the consequences of canceling USAID a little bit more, so I'll try to go over that as briefly as possible in a bit. They are using the data, though, they find, to target and destroy congressional approved funding or programs they don't like for agencies that are investigating Trump, Elon, or anyone who's on their team. As I said before, Trump and Elon are testing the strength of our Constitution, the Congress's powers over the purse of Treasury. They allocate our funding, and it's illegal for Elon to prevent Congress from entering buildings, to shut down programs that have Congress-approved funding, or to redirect said funding without approval. All of it is anti-constitutional. And if he gets away with this, we have two massive crises in our hands. Not only are we just throwing away the Constitution, or some of the most important parts of the Constitution, but we also have somebody who's not an elected official, who seems to be doing a lot more damage and has a lot more power than the president himself. Right? I as well put this guy on the chair. I watched this guy called Sean C, and he basically said Kanye is a little edgy kid that never grew up. He has no stances, really just goes to most edge, case politics, etc. Yeah, he does. That's accurate. That's accurate to say. I still do think he has like bipolar or whatever he said he does. I know he tries to make it like a big thing and like try to make himself popular for it or whatever, but I think he actually did get diagnosed with it, and then he like went crazy about it as well. Like come on, man. Some of the things he does is just, I feel like no average person, even if they do subscribe to far right extreme stuff, would really go down and doing. Like this guy's like on Twitter, on X right now, or before he deleted his shit, like spamming crazy nonsensical messages that they don't even make sense. Like reading them feels like you're having a fucking stroke. Like that's how crazy it sounds, right? That's not a, either he's an AI bot, he's using ChatGPT to do that shit, or there's something wrong with him. I think there's gotta be something. He needs, you know what he needs? He needs his family or whoever's next of kin or whoever's like responsible, I guess, kind of for him to just like pull him out of the limelight, get this guy some help, like bring him to some other country, like just intervention or whatever the fuck. They need to save this guy, because he's gonna, I won't be surprised if we end up seeing like Kanye exit the video game like all for himself. People even from back when he was making Graduation and 808s and Heartbreak said he was already saying he liked Hitler in private back then. Yeah, it all stemmed from somewhere. I bet you he was surfing 4chan back then. I bet you that was going on. I bet you that's what it was. He was on the 4chan, was it pages that talk shit about politics and just be having like white supremacist stuff or whatever. You know, he must have found that shit somewhere. It's a conspiracy stuff. I know what it is. It's a conspiracy stuff. That's exactly what it is. It's a conspiracy stuff, which led them to the 4chan stuff. But it's the idea, the conspiracy theory appeal. That's what it is. There's like an appeal to believing in a conspiracy theory. It gets people excited, right? It gets people feeling like they have access to some information that not most people know about. It's like, it makes you feel smart for apparently realizing something that other people haven't yet, or some shit. Like there's a whole appeal to it. And through the conspiracy theories that have been created, the popular ones, they all have ties to these types of ideologies and thinkings, and then they just fall down the pipeline where like step by step they accept something more and more extreme until, you know, you turn around and all of a sudden they're fucking right-wing Nazis. Even if they're black, it doesn't even matter what race they are anymore. It's just, things don't make any sense anymore. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. My whole brain hurts sometimes when I think about all this stuff. They feel they know more than the average person, that they have this secret. Yes, it's an ego thing too. It's a bunch of things. You know, it's a bunch of things at once. I feel like believing into, like, subscribing to conspiracy theory, or at least learning about it and reading about it, is like reading fan fiction about real life, but trying to convince yourself that this is like actually the case. You know, there's a type of appeal, and having suggested to you that a reality that probably most likely should have been impossible to occur actually has happened, is happening right now. And from you knowing it alone gives you a lot of power, I guess, cred. I don't know what to call that shit, but the psychology of the conspiracy theories really fucked up the mentality of the average American. I'm not gonna lie, like being able to talk about shit. Every conversation I've ever had with anybody, literally ever, in my like real life, like day-to-day stuff, when we start talking about politics even a little bit, I will say we enter the conspiracy zone less than 3 to 5 minutes into the conversation. Like they're already trying to put in a perspective that they subscribe to or believe, whether or not it might be actually true or not, but they take it to like the farthest like reaches possible, you know, to things that are probably unlikely. And you know, I end up having to walk them back, which I also feel like sometimes when I do that, I kind of sound like a downer, I guess, because I'm just like, yo, you know, I know this sounded really fucking cool and all and shit, but this is actually not the case, and there's a really logical explanation for something, you know. But it becomes really hard to like have meaningful discussions and get people to understand like what is actually bad that's happening and that we should consider concerned about right now versus like what's completely bullshit. It did start with the 9/11 conspiracies, 100%. You know, you're not wrong. It affected me at some point. I fell victim to that. I'm not gonna act like I didn't. You know, as somebody who witnessed 9/11, my own 2 fucking eyes. I lived in New Jersey, right across the water from New York. You know, I saw when the second plane hit. I fell for that shit. What was it? The movie Zeitgeist came out around that time. Loose Change. You know, there's a lot of stuff that, as someone who was young at the time, was very susceptible to believing, and especially when it came to stuff that was so complicated. I will credit 9/11 for getting me into politics and allowing me to have a broader understanding about an interest in this country and how things work. But the entrance for me into all that stuff was through conspiracy theories, and I'm glad I got out of it because I didn't know at the time the origin of a lot of these conspiracy theories were built upon anti-Semitism or like just far right extremists, like just crazy shit, you know. I did too for so long, and then I got older, I started researching it, etc., and it was plain old terrorist attack. Yep, exactly. And you know, I guess you know the feeling that I'm describing then, the feeling that believing this conspiracy theory makes you feel really good about yourself, I guess, and it makes you feel like you're out of the Matrix, right? Because we also saw the Matrix, you know, when all this fucking shit happened, the Matrix came out too, and you know that also tied in the whole red pill, blue pill, and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's very, very easy to get in those conspiracy theories. And if you look back, bro. If you go on, like, watch Zeitgeist again, because I did not too long ago, you'll see all the same players, all the voices, all the clips, right, of every interview or discussion that was played in that movie was from like people like Alex Jones, right? People who clearly are just conspiracy theorists, fucking psychopaths who just be saying whatever the fuck just to get attention and sound cool and sound like they know something deep and meaningful, which they don't. They're actually just spreading misinformation and lies, right? Which is fucked up. But yeah, that whole mentality has really screwed us up. It really is. As a nation, it's really fucked us up. There needs to be a study done into this, because I don't know if we're going to be able to get past a lot of our issues in this country if we're that fucking prone to falling for conspiracy theories. Like, everything is a fucking conspiracy theory. Everything. Now, everything. Anything bad that happens, conspiracy theory. Must have been done by the government. Must have been done by the cabal that runs everything. Everything bad. Everything bad. Conspiracy theory. Truth is always stranger than fiction. That's why I hate conspiracy theories, because they're real conspiracies and they call those fakes. Exactly, dude! We have actual bad shit happening right now. That's the craziest part about all this, is that all the stuff that they fear the most is actually fucking happening. And instead of being against it, they're fucking supporting it. They're supporting it. This guy right here, he's a manifestation of the corruption, of the cabal, of the fucking small group of people fucking running everything. All of this, all that has led up to this man. And even this man right here. But instead of actually being against him or raising any like fights or an army or whatever the fuck, a campaign against these people, they're supporting him. They love it. They fucking love it. It's like they've always wanted the Illuminati to just come out from the shadows and fucking start telling us straight up to our faces what they've been doing. That's all we've wanted. It's crazy. He literally is the Illuminati. He literally is. These people are actually the fucking small group of people running everything right now. And what? They got the support of the same people who have been making movies and documentaries and made their entire careers about fighting against this shit. Supposedly. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. That's all I can really say about that, I think. The judge, I think I moved this around a bit. Where is it? Yeah, let's move this over here. A judge also blocked Trump from placing thousands of USAID workers on leave and giving them the 30-day deadline, right? Trump's plan was to place 2,200 USAID workers on paid leave just hours before it was set to take into effect. The restraining order, which was the order that the judge presented, which is Judge Carl Nichols, the great American patriot, I must say that, will remain in effect until February 14th and reinstates employees already placed on administrative leave. The ruling prevents Trump administration from continuing efforts to dismantle USAID, a key agent providing global aid, including health programs. The legal battle over USAID's future continues, with a hearing on longer-term pause scheduled for Wednesday. So now, it's a little hard. I know it's going to be a little hard for the average American to care about USAID that much. They literally think that the Freemasons are evil, but praise George Washington, the founding father. Yes, despite the fact that they were also Freemasons. They were also Freemasons. None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Depending on who you talk to, though, Soviet, they may group George Washington in there. They may not worship him. Depends though, because like the weirdness in which these fucking people will convert their like thoughts, it's just unending. Like they'll say one thing and then they'll say another thing that directly contradicts that, or maybe one person will agree and one person will disagree, but even if they both disagree or whatever, they'll still agree on a whole separate fucking issue, which is why they're together in the first place anyway. I don't know how to explain this. It's psychotic. It's chaos. It's chaos everywhere. Nothing makes sense. But what does USAID do exactly? You know, I've mentioned before, they provide funding to other countries that may be experiencing like a disaster or maybe experiencing like wartime. They're struggling countries, struggling third world countries mostly, right? And we send them aid to help them out with their issues for two reasons, both because it's a good thing to do, it's, you know, empathy, right? You just want to help others. And the other reason, which is to influence these countries and to prevent influence from our enemies arriving on those shores and changing the position in which those countries stand when it comes to either being with us or against us, right? So we're trying to get people like Russia and China not to influence these countries while exerting our own influence over those countries, right? It's just a humanitarian department, basically, exactly. It's just what the Soviets said, right? So it not being there affects a lot of shit globally and also nationally. So, first of all, Trump administration may back down on USAID abolition due to constitutional concerns. 100% it's against the Constitution. They can't be just doing this. The Congress has to approve them getting rid of USAID first. And it's been around since Kennedy. Kennedy had signed it into effect, and Congress had made it permanent. They made it into an official thing. The thing would be, it's hurting our multiple priorities, right? Priorities in terms of influencing China, making sure that we still have a lot of like main control over areas like the Panama Canal and influence over in those regions. Also, our efforts in the Middle East, Israel, Palestine, you know, the whole war over there as well. It's definitely going to undermine the Israeli-Lebanon ceasefire that we have. You know, providing support over there too is part. I think it's part of the agreement in which the ceasefire is like even happening in the first place, right? You know, there's so much shit. I'm pretty sure. How long is this? I could scroll. This is a long ass fucking article, right? You can find this. This is on Brookings.education, where they go through all these things that will 100% be affected by them shutting down the US aid. A lot of people will die because of this. There's a whole, what is it, HIV program in Africa, I think it was, to help people out, to lessen the spread of AIDS and HIV and everything like that. You know, that's gonna be gone. People are gonna die. They're gonna actually die from this decision. This is not a like maybe thing. This is like a most definitely thing if the US aid actually does get abolished, which is sad. You know? Oh shit, my camera froze. Let me refresh that. But this is actually gonna cause lives, and again, it just adds more to the blood that's been on Trump's hands for everything, you know? How many more millions of people can Trump be nearly directly responsible for dying? You know, if the hell exists, Trump has officially found himself in like the lowest portions of that place. I feel like just based on his existence alone, like hell should just be created. They should just fucking create that shit. If it doesn't exist, they should create it and send his ass down there. You know. How does his supporters see this? Because, you know, how does MAGA reason with all this? They suggest that they found corruption. They found it. Elon Musk, he's calling all these libs out, these Dems, fucking government's been fucking us over, stealing our taxpayer money and using it for nonsense, for woke mind virus shit, as they would say. USA seems to be punishing its allies. This isn't going to be great for its diplomatic strength, not at all. Again, I guess his new plan is to make enemies with our friends and friends with our enemies. It's, you know, the continuing sentiment in his actions. I don't know why else that would be the case besides him receiving foreign influence in many different ways, and especially surrounding his, I guess, corporation business and all that kind of shit, right? The MAGA
this USA
seems to
thing
think
that's going on. You know, Mike
and
Pence
believe
been on that like a pit
the claims that Elon Musk has found all this
bull
spending, it's crazy spending,
I've
right?
been following him on X.
However,
and he's going to come back on here and kind of explain everything.
the spending that this doofus and Brent Weinstein, who will reiterate, genetic biologist, evolutionary biologist, does not have the background or experience to even fucking be saying an opinion about this, right? Is saying it as if it's fact. You know, I have just as much, I guess, background or experience as he does with all this kind of stuff.
He explained it the last time he was here, and I don't think I really grasped it until Elon's 6 wizards. They brought some young wizards to go in there and go over the books, and they're just finding
Wizards?
crazy shit.
It's crazy.
So
it's crazy. The slurp of the Elon, the slurp of the Trump that Rogan has been doing now. It's like he's not even trying to hide it anymore.
I like to mix it up.
Call
You know,
them
I listen to all
fucking
kinds of
wizards.
stuff,
These are
and it was
traitors.
like I was listening to a different world.
These are
Like, they weren't even
criminals. They're
talking
literally
about
fucking
all this
criminals.
corruption and all this obvious buying of influence. Instead, they were talking about aid overseas and how people are going to starve and like it's
obvious buying of influence. And he's talking about Elon Musk being the guy who's saving us from it. Bro, Elon is the richest man in the world. This dude has made so much fucking money. And he's influencing other countries with his own wallet. With his own fucking wallet. He's influencing other nations. He's influencing this nation with his own wallet. What are you fucking talking about? And you're sitting over acting like he has an army of wizards. He's saving us from fucking corruption.
obvious buying of influence. Instead, they were talking about aid overseas and how people are going to starve and like
it's mind-boggling. And
aid overseas, and he's like, I said I told about aid overseas. Rolls his fucking eyes. What the fuck do you think U.S. aid was for? It's literally in the name. It's in the fucking name. What do you mean? Why are you shocked about that? That's the explanation of what the fucking funding was for. So stupid.
I'm upset at the general pattern of a failure to recognize how right those of us who hypothesized that there was a racket that had overtaken our entire governance structure. We turn out to be absolutely right about this, and no one's going to.
You were right.
That's
again.
It's very strange that the media is ignoring it.
What's actually mind blowing is that they've came to this conclusion despite the fact that Elon Musk and his goons haven't released anything. They haven't released anything about what they found or taken. They don't even tell us. They don't even tell us what they've been doing. We just have an idea of what they might be doing. That's it. They won't even let us know what they found. How the fuck does Joe Rogan and Brett Weinstein know what the hell they found?
It's just too big of a win for the right, and so they're just ignoring it. And then they're just highlighting the good things that USA did, which I'm sure it probably did. Probably had to do some good things to like at least justify its existence.
Well, as a cover story, I'm not even
How
sure.
do you not know this though? He's like saying he doesn't even know if they've done anything good or not. You should fucking know. If you're out saying that they found and they're doing all this corruption for, as a matter of fact, you obviously haven't looked it up. You obviously haven't looked it up. He doesn't even know what USAID's for. Clearly
it doesn't
not.
change anything. Obviously, this was a mechanism used to funnel money to all sorts of things that we didn't vote on, that don't make sense in light of our constitutional structure. And
this is the response from MAGA, right? And again, we're not going to just hear these two doofuses saying this stuff. It's going to be the defense of everybody on the right. It's going to be really frustrating, especially since they haven't actually found anything or released anything, right? Nothing at all. And all the information they may have released in reference to whatever they claimed was just bullshit funding was already publicly available information and clearly highlights that the funding in which that was appropriated was for and been used for the reasons of which were described by Congress, right? These people are dumbasses. MAGA's a dumbass, and they're allowing this country to fall apart constitutionally at the seams because of obsession, cult obsession. I don't know, because they like him a lot. I don't know. I really don't know. Here's another thing. Trump's throwing out the 25% steel tariff and aluminum tariff. That will 100% be devastating to this economy. We use a lot of steel. We use a lot of aluminum. So our imports and export stuff for that's going to be really fucked. And, you know, we'll see if this gets blocked or anything like that. We'll see how far down the line this goes. We do already still, and I still think we have the China tariff in effect, right? Again, according to Trump's own words, it's just going to be a little pain before it gets better. Absolutely con man logic, right? Well, good news though, one good news is that Trump, his attack on blocking birthright citizenship seems to be a failure. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I'm pretty sure it's like permanently done and dead with now. At least we were able to save one constitutional important groundwork for our country, right? And we won't be seeing kids ripped away from their families as much as we will be seeing soon. This is a win, right? Beyond, what is it? Beyond the Eagles winning, I would say this is another win, right? The Veteran Affairs deems more than 130 occupations ineligible for Trump's deferred resignation plan. So I had to look a little bit into this because I was a little confused about this at first, right? Give me 1 second, actually. Let me get some water before I continue. And some marshmallows. Cause fuck it. I'm feeling the marshmallows today. Alright, cool. I'm back at it again. So I had to look into this shit a little bit more because I'm a little confused about this at first, but of course, it ain't looking good, Chief.
So the plan is a buyout from the Trump admin, right? Which was supposed to offer federal employees the ability to retire while still receiving full pay as if they were working up until September 30th, right? So, you know, again, he wants to get all these like federal employees that have been working around for a very long time that may be just loyal to our country in general. He wants them out of the office, out of their positions, so they won't get in the way of Elon Musk and all his crazy shit, right? And they're trying to buy them out. They're basically saying you can either keep getting money for it and just stall, give yourself some more time to find your job, or be fired or removed anyway and get nothing, right? It's kind of like kind of fucked essentially. You got a gun to your head. They're accept this better option or just get fucked completely, right? The buyout plan though was blocked by a federal judge because it's technically fucking illegal. You're not allowed to do that kind of shit. It's very unconstitutional yet again. Most nurses, doctors, and staff caring for military veterans won't even be eligible for a deferred resignation offer anyway, according to an email from the VA leadership to staff, which goes to show how little they care about the veterans' affairs and stuff like that anyway. So even though they were about to fire all of them and they were trying to buy them out, it seems like they didn't even offer this offer to most people anyway in the first place. The VA's list of over 130 ineligible occupations include nurses, pharmacists, physicians. As stated in the attached letter from the VA's Human Resources Department, a VA spokesperson mentioned that the agency collaborated with the White House and the Office of Personnel Management, which they are now trying to shut down as well, to determine ineligible occupations. The federal government employs over 100,000 nurses, making them the largest group of federal workers, according to an Associated Press analysis of personnel data. Wow.
Music itself,
So,
the feeling of it, the sound of it.
Yet again, despite, this being surrounding him trying to gut these departments and agencies, trying to buy people out, get them the fuck out the way and stuff like that, he can't help but show their lack of care for veterans, which is absolutely absurd because, he was so patriotic and for our military and all this, that, and third, but you can't even be bothered to offer these people a payment plan before he fires them. Disgusting, right? So, what's next? What's next, right? What do we gotta? What can we at least expect? That would be pretty fucking serious, and we should probably put a little bit more concern and focus on. Well, I found this interesting article, right? And in it, lists 4 different things. First thing being, Donald Trump has proposed shutting down the Department of Education, which we've been talking about quite a bit, established in 1980, and plans for an executive order, though the timing is uncertain due to legal complexities and funding issues, right? He's already attacked USAID, and the road to getting it out of the way has been pretty rough, Seems like they're kind of succeeding. Federal judges are trying to step up to the plate and prevent him just having his swift motions and stuff like that. But definitely seems like the Department of Education should be worried. We should all be worried for our kids and schools in general with this. He also aims to tighten restrictions on abortion pills, including revoking FDA approval and reinstating earlier safety protocols as outlined in Project 2025. Attack on women, right? Attack on health for what I can only assume would be people in the LGBTQ communities, particularly trans people, right? And God knows what else this means. I mean, when it comes to FDA, it's probably going to also be surrounding like drugs and healthcare and a lot of other really important stuff, right? Trying to, all in the effort to get rid of the woke mind virus nonsense. The 2024 Republican platform promises to nationalize school choice and dismantle teacher tenure. And this following thing really shit blew my fucking mind. Trump suggesting parents should control the hiring and firing of principals. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine high schools and elementary schools having to vote for their principals and vote to fire them if they don't like them. Just fucking, I think that's a little fucking insane. And why would you even want to get rid of teacher tenure? Like, what the fuck is the point of that? I know they want school choice is a new thing. It's a new term we're going to be hearing a lot more soon. Right? It hasn't popped off yet, but we're definitely going to be hearing more about it soon. School choice meaning the ability, they want to, like, I guess, encourage parents to start homeschooling kids instead of sending them to public schools and shit. Or at least, like, only have, like, private schools, which would be Catholic schools and Christian schools, right? Which is disgusting, you know. And last but not least, Trump has expressed intentions to end the wars in Ukraine and Israel, which he's said before. Proposing that Ukraine reimburse the United States, though, which is insane, with access to rare earth minerals for continued military support. So, trying to put, he's trying to put, what is it, Ukraine in the position to have to, you know, give back somehow for our gratitude, because he's never been really in support for the Ukrainian war. I really feel like he wants to end it in Russia's favor, so he wants to kind of just punish Ukraine, since a lot of the criticism from MAGA has been that, you know, Biden and all these motherfuckers supporting Ukraine is like corrupt, and they kind of just bought into the Russian propaganda that Ukraine is at fault for the reason why they've had to invade. That somehow the Ukrainian citizens want this, right? More concerning news. Trump is now signing up local law forces to help with immigration enforcement, right? This is an old program that he's reviving. This was used in his first administration. And they essentially just send out federal funding in order to just hire cops, right? To have powers that they're not typically granted, and use cops in different states to deport and round up people who are under, I guess, investigation for their legal status, right? Now, they got rid of this and it was ended by Obama and by Biden, again, because of racial profiling, essentially. But it's unclear if this allows cops to stop people solely to check on their immigration status, which would be fucking terrible, right? It's really bad. Giving cops more reason to just stop people and harass them on the streets is never any good, right? Never any good, especially when they don't have little reason to do so. This is definitely going to be just like racial profiling, literally. They're going to look at somebody and be like, oh, this guy looks like he's Hispanic, looks like he's not from this country. Let's interrogate him. Let's treat him as if he's not from this country, and make it a really difficult time for him. Because we know like cops aren't like straightforward with this shit. If you've ever had an actual interaction with a cop who's very suspect of you, it tends to not go very well at all, and it becomes really hard to get them to like let you go, essentially, even if you're not doing anything. What sucks though, especially for the state of Florida, is that Governor DeSantis is trying to speedrun this. Not only did he strike a deal between the Florida Highway Patrol and ICE, where FHP agreed to interrogate, arrest, detain immigrants suspected of being in the country illegally and deliver them to the federal authorities. Right. All these agreements in practice have the same track record of racial profiling, sweeping in U.S. citizens or people who have lawful status, of having a chilling effect in terms of communities reporting crimes to local law enforcement agencies. This is really bad, especially for people like me, right? I'm Puerto Rican, I live in Florida. I don't want to be profiled by a cop randomly while I'm driving around, be harassed by them because they think that I might be an immigrant. You know? I've been in that position before where a cop would like interrogate me for no reason, where I didn't even do anything. And they actually like go through the trouble of really putting me through the fucking ringer. They waste my time, they get really annoyed when they don't find anything, just trying to waste my time even more. And then they try to just dig until they can find something to get me for. And if they can't find anything, they just get really frustrated and fucking leave. But regardless, I don't want to have to be worried about whether or not like a cop's just gonna fucking point me out one day, and the next thing you know, I'm in detention just because they need to figure out if I'm actually a legal citizen, despite the fact that I was born here. And despite the fact that my family's Puerto Rican. So, even though I was born in Puerto Rico, I still get automatic citizenship. And welcome back. Yeah, you win. I know he's Soviet. Welcome back. So, I know a couple days ago, Trump had claimed in his crazy statements with Netanyahu, because he was saying a lot of crazy shit when he was meeting with him. He claimed that the Arab nations would be totally glad to accept a new Palestinian state somewhere else, right? Especially on the borders of all places, which is fucking nuts, right? This is bullshit, right? Immediately Egypt condemned the idea. They condemned the idea of there being a Palestinian state anywhere, especially Saudi Arabia of all places, because I think that's where they had initially suggested they moved it to, right? Egypt, just like many of the other Arab nations, prefer to have the two-state solution that they've been trying to get to happen for quite a bit. They don't want to normalize their relations with Israel, that they said, until this happens. They don't want to normalize any of the Egypt doesn't want to do that, and I'm pretty sure this is a sentiment of a lot of the other Arab nations. They don't want to normalize Israel at all until Palestine has their own state. Right. Again, I've said before, if Trump gets his way and sends the troops or doesn't send the troops or whatever, they capture Gaza, they get everybody out there, I think they cleanse it and they start building it up as some fucking like property for tourists and shit like that. They're going to lose all their support, credibility as a nation from the surrounding nations, and they're going to have to deal with constant, even more war, even more devastation, even more crazy fucked up shit, right? And we don't need that. We don't need that. It's a bad idea for Trump to do this. It really is. CDC orders pullback new scientific papers involving its researchers. So it says, right? This is new DEI woke mind bullshit. This is Trump's takeover, internal takeover. We're going to be starting to see agencies that usually would take a more professional, official, scientific approach, doing the complete fucking opposite, right? So now the new CDC, now restructured by Donald Trump, has ordered scientists to withdraw or pause publications for review of forbidden terms like gender and LGBT. Ooh, the fucking boogeyman! Ah! According to reports from Inside Medicine and confirmed by Reuters. An email from the CDC's chief science officer instructed researchers to stop advancing manuscripts that include these terms, which may affect many scientific papers. The order is part of a compliance with the executive order from President Trump mandating recognition of only two sexes, male and female. Experts have expressed concerns about the implications of censoring these terms for public health. A doctor said, Dr. Alfredo Morabia, a constitutional right has been canceled, calling the situation Orwellian. Yes, it is. 100%. Like, this is probably not going to get as much attention as it deserves in the general public. But this is another restructuring of something very, very crucial to the United States into some absolute cultural war nonsense, right? The Center for Disease Control has nothing to do with cultural wars. It's absolutely insane that they've attributed this, we have gone this far, and now, when bird flu starts to get more serious, we're not going to be as prepared for it, because we are too focused on 0.0001% of the population and how they identify and choose to be. And instead we're going to allow plagues to enter our country without having a plan to combat it, or at least protect its people. Now, the National Institute of Health has announced a $4 billion cut to indirect medical research funding, reducing grants by 15%, which impacts universities and research institutions. There's more funding cuts towards essential foundational things in this country and society. We're losing funding for education yet again, losing funding for health again, losing funding for research again, to save nothing. To be honest, I don't think that this is actually going to save the money that he thinks it's going to save. By simply removing these institutions from the budget, as I said before, will create damages in the long term that we'll be having to deal with later on, and may actually be much more expensive and devastating than simply just having them on here and continuing to just fund them and have them operate as intended, right? This could have catastrophic effects on our medical research and patient treatment. It really can. This is not excessive administration costs, right? This is not excessive anything. We need this research. If it wasn't for stuff like this, the National Institutes of Health, we wouldn't have been able to get a COVID vaccine as quickly as we were able to, right? It's all these things together that we could attribute for helping us stay afloat as a country instead of fucking dying out. Again, these are some of the things that this country has collectively taken for granted. So this is some fucked up shit, right? Fuck North Carolina for this, but I guess it's not expected to see this in the state. Racial bias tainted jury selection and death sentence for a black man in North Carolina, judge says. So new information came out, right? Showing that a judge ruled on Friday, right? That there were glaring patterns of bias in the prosecutorial district outside the Capitol. And I guess led to the jury being a pool that was just definitely racially motivated to voting against this guy. You know, this is a reminder that Trump is for the death penalty. He's trying to push for the revival of that. He wants to fast track a lot of death sentences, which is, you know, the reason why Biden, before he had left, made those pardons to people who were on death row and gave them life in prison instead. Right? It wasn't even pardons, or more of, I forgot what the word is, it's something else, but it's not pardon. You still have to serve life in prison, they're not going nowhere. But it's just the whole idea of having to waste taxpayers' money to do something inhumane. There's a lot of good arguments against execution, but the biggest argument against execution is situations like this, where someone who may have been innocent, someone who is clearly facing extreme prejudice or other things that go against him, will be killed for something he did not do, while the actual person who committed the crime gets away scot-free, right? We shouldn't allow that to happen at all. And the best way to go about this is to not have the death penalty at all, right? We could avoid that. We could make sure the people who are being held as a prisoner or convict, right, are actually there for the crime that they had supposedly committed. And we also should push more for DNA testing and stuff like that, because, you know, we have the whole fucking, you know, I'm always gonna bring this up. The West Memphis 3 and Damien Eccles, right? This guy nearly got executed. He was put on death row for 20 fucking years for a crime he did not commit. The DNA evidence proved that he did not commit. Him and these two other people, you know. And meanwhile, he got courts and the jury, no, the justice system in that state. They refused to test any of the evidence, the DNA testing, to find out who actually committed these crimes. They refuse to do any of that shit. It's like they don't even give a fuck. You know, they don't even give a fuck finding out who actually did it. The state rather double down on blaming him, despite the fact that it's very clearly not him, right? Because they didn't like him, because he's very different from them. He's, you know, not a Christian. He's into occult stuff. He's into Dungeons and Dragons. He's into heavy metal, right? They just wanted to blame him and find a blame to him, and there might be something worse going on there, right? It prevents stuff. This prevents stuff like that. It is stupid and draconian. It is 100%. You're right. When it's not right. It's fucked. It's fucked. And honestly, if you want to think about it, you're kind of giving these evil people, you know, some of the people who actually did commit these fucked up crimes. If you kill them, you're kind of giving them mercy instead of making them live longer in a situation that would cause them suffering, right? Kind of just giving them mercy at that point. Out of 1,000 people executed in the U.S., 100 were found innocent after over 100. Exactly. You know, so many fucking people end up innocent. You don't gotta do it. You don't gotta fucking do it. Don't kill them. Don't kill them. And for the people who actually committed these fucked up crimes, keep them alive forever. Make them live as a prisoner in hell, right? Make them live in hell as long as possible. Because we don't know if hell actually exists after we die, so at least make it happen here. That's what I see. DNA testing, though. needs to be more of a thing. We can't be doing shit like this unless we know without a shadow of a doubt these people committed the crimes on which we accuse them. And like actually without a shadow of doubt. I feel like the whole jury system shit is bullshit. Using the jury stuff in the United States, there's too many fucking uneducated people out there, and jury selection so meticulously like controlled, right? It feels like it's always going to be skewed, it's always going to be biased, it's always not going to go in a way that actually would work the best, and that's why we see the justice system fail so fucking often. So goddamn often. Keep them alive and study them, yes. They also have other crimes they committed too. Exactly. Dude, oh my god. Now that you said that, I've seen cases already where we could have found out if like the certain killer, we could have like figured out cold cases of people went missing, all this kind of stuff, had we didn't execute somebody. If we didn't execute them because they could have still been alive, and we found out something later on the line, we could have asked them questions about it. But now we ain't gonna go nowhere with that shit. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. There's so many good reasons to not have the death penalty. And that's why I get really fucking annoyed. I roll my eyes so hard when I hear people say like, oh, the only solution to pedophilia is a fucking shotgun or some shit. We just fucking kill them all. I was like, no, you just lock them up forever, bro. Lock them up forever. There's so many other reasons why you don't want to just do that. They want to be the Punisher, bro. I feel like these MAGA people want to be the Punisher so fucking bad. They want to go around and just be the Punisher, dude. They want to take shit in their own hands and shoot them. I understand the hatred from fuck these people, fuck those pedophiles and stuff like that. But keep them in hell. Keep them in fucking hell. At least keep them alive so we can figure out they actually did any of the stuff that they did. And then keep them in hell forever. Control their suffering. Control it. Control it. Stupid as fuck. It is. And this poor man died because of that. Now pedophilies will just kill their victims so they won't get the death sentence. Exactly. You know, actually, it's crazy you said that because I know a lot of people who, how often do we hear of like people who've done fucked up things? Like they've killed someone, they raped somebody, they've done fucked up things without a shadow of doubt. They get convicted, but they don't even get convicted that much. Like they only get like a couple years in prison. Like 10 years or something in prison. Like what the fuck? I feel like very rarely do we see people who actually did something atrocious and shit getting what they deserve, you know? Especially if they're famous. Especially if the crime they did became popular. Oh my god. Also, if death is a punishment for pedophilia, what's the punishment for assault, etc. exactly? It's a slippery slope. It becomes a slippery slope right there. Netanyahu praises Trump as being Israel's greatest friend ever. You know, which is not a surprise. He was grinning from ear to ear when Trump was saying all these crazy fucking promises that he just gave out, as we spoke about before. Not only did he host Benjamin Netanyahu, but he also hosted the Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba? I don't know if I pronounced it right. In his first 3 weeks in office, more leaders scheduled to visit soon. Trump announced plans for a long-term takeover of the Gaza Strip during a press conference with Netanyahu, which is why Netanyahu thinks he's his best friend. White House aides suggest that the visits from foreign leaders signal that Trump is back and the White House is open for business. Experts believe these high-profile visits help shift media focus from Trump's domestic issues to his foreign policy engagements, which is why he's focusing hard on that too, right? Gotta shift focus and attention to what looks the best. Whenever something else looks bad, just don't focus there, focus over here, don't focus there, don't focus over here. And of course, Netanyahu is happy. He also said Shinzo Abe was a good man. Of course he did! Of course he did. Oh my god, he almost gave me a headache. Almost gave me a headache. Musk calls for the impeachment of a judge. Whoa. Who blocked Doge access at the Treasury. And that's the judge that we were talking about earlier, of course. Now he's fighting back. Elon Musk has calls for the impeachment. Who blocked access to Treasury Department's payment system, stating, A corrupt judge protecting corruption needs to be impeached now. Must criticize the ruling, claiming it hinders efforts to prevent fraud and waste of taxpayers' money, saying, "This ruling is absolutely insane." Judge Engelmeyer noted risks associated with new policy, including the potential disclosure of sensitive information, increased vulnerability to hacking. Yo, side note, I honestly believe that we are now, as a nation, in the position to be like at risk of a crazy hacking attack more than ever. Like, I feel like we're right around the corner from a Mr. Robot level, like, cybersecurity attack on the United States. And it's all going to be because of Musk. It's all going to be because of him and his dumbass goons that are fucking around with these computers. And other countries are obviously preying on the fact that this happens, and they've been waiting around for the United States to let its guard down a bit. So of course they're going to probably take advantage of this. You know, so hopefully we end up boosting back our security and fixing shit up faster than that can unfold. But we'll see. The lawsuit, though, from states like New York and California alleged that the Trump administration allowed a young Doge associate to have extensive access to Treasury payment systems, which we could pretty much confirm from everything we've seen before already. Yep, there goes the power grid, exactly. Power grid, or maybe like an essential public facility explodes, you know, fucking, I don't know, they lower down the dam walls somehow and fucking a city gets flooded or some shit. Like, God, or even then, just all of our shit shuts down, like, yeah, you said power grid, or just satellites fall out the fucking sky, who knows? We'll find out. It ends up being like, the other movie, Don't Leave the World Behind, or some dumb shit like that. Or yeah, he rises up and kills us all. There's accusations floating around that Elon probably has access to the nuclear launch codes now, too, from being able to fiddle and diddle around all this stuff. But, you know, I don't know if we're going to be able to believe that right away. But I can see a potential future where a lot of the information that they've used, that they swiped up off these systems, I know that they probably also use AI to help them swipe up all this off the systems and save it somewhere. They're probably going to end up using this against the United States, or somebody's going to get a hold of this, end up using it against the United States. I hope that very soon they go through the trouble, I mean the federal government goes through the trouble of trying to get all this data back from Elon Musk and his goons, and trying to make sure that this just doesn't get leaked or saved somewhere on some random server on an X headquarters or some dumb shit, you know. And that's gonna be so fun. Oh my god, bro, just thinking about it sucks, dude. Thinking about it sucks. And hey, if you want to try to flee the country, you can't. You probably won't be able to even do that shit because, you know, our planes are falling out of the sky. Recent aviation disasters cause fears about the safety of flying, right? We've all seen it. I've been talking about it. Most recently, plane went missing in Alaska. Also, apparently, there's a South Korean incident that killed 179 people in December. Plane. Usually, plane crashes are rare, but they've been happening way too fast, way too frequently, especially within the last month. So now, people are scared about flying. I've already spoken to most of my family yesterday. It was like the #1 concern that they've all brought up. They don't want to fly right now, for good reason. And, you know, if you plan on trying to flee the country and move somewhere else ahead of all this shit, you gotta worry about actually getting there. Because of Trump firing, you know, safety heads and of FAA and all that kind of stuff. As I said, many times before. Now, last but not least, then we'll be all caught up for over the weekend for everything that I managed and bothered to write down and recover. Trump is now getting rid of pennies, or we're not going to be minting any new pennies, right? They claim they're going to save $85 million doing this. He also made an executive order to get rid of paper straws. He's bringing back the plastic straws. This is, I think, flood the zone stuff too. This is like filler nonsense. It feels like the stuff that you would fill up a box with, like the white shit, just to protect like the stuff that you're shipping inside of it. Like I don't know what the fuck that stuff's called. That's what this feels like. It's of not non-consequence, you know. It's not gonna help anything. It's just more media fodder to get everyone distracted, to get everyone confused, to get everyone overwhelmed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That covers most of the weekend. Paper straws are useless. Yeah, you know, I don't really like paper straws either. But wasting a whole executive order to get rid of it and replace it permanently with plastic straws just seems also useless. So it's pointless. This is pointless nonsense at this point. That covers most of everything that happened over the weekend, though. God. They do get soggy fast. I don't like them. They taste like shit, too. You know what, though? Actually, Johnny, they have made better ones, though. I've had ones that don't do that at all. They're actually pretty good. Yeah, they exist. It's just that some companies that try to switch over, they are cheap. They don't use the good ones. They go for the ones that suck ass. But again, an executive order? Like, is that really what we should be concerned about at this point? I don't know. He spends a fuckload flying migrants out like 70,000 each flight. Yep. Yet he thinks that this is gonna be what his ideas that he has is gonna be what saves his country. He could just stop wasting money like that. That's weird to do that for a straw. Yeah, it's like why is this focus on there anyway? Like, if that's what he really wanted, he could have done a bunch of other things, you know? He put pressure on like these corporations, I guess, or maybe like put pressure for like an initiative to be drafted up to like be passed or whatever. I don't know. I feel like there's 100 other better things to do, but with considering everything that's going on in the world, considering all the other more important shit that's happening in this country, to care about pennies and straws, bro? Like, the fuck are you doing, my guy? The fuck are you doing? Please, can we just, like, get back on track? And not get lost in the sauce with, like, random shit like this? I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. I'm gonna jump into Long Rivals now. I kind of finished all my news political stuff pretty fucking early today.
You feel yourself relaxing more and more.
Alright, I'm switching my title around. Yo, it's time to blast. It's time to blast. Wait, is that what Jimmy Neutron says? What was he fucking saying? Gotta blast or some shit? Gotta go fast? Zoom, zoom, zoom. You know, I really wish I had more time in the day to do everything. Don't insult me for how bad I played today, by the way, because I'm gonna be fucking trash. You know, I saw, what did I see this morning? Oh, I know what it was. I know what it was. There was this guy talking shit about like Doctor Doom in like his more recent like illustrations and comics or whatever the fuck, saying that it's just all like liberal woke mind virus shit again or whatever the fuck it is, and that he's been like pussified or something stupid. And all it was because he was fighting a Ghost Rider who was a female, and she said something about like men being arrogant, or like she's seen a lot of arrogant men before. That guy like took it full stop to believing into he took it as if they were saying all men are arrogant, and that was an attack on all men and trying to like be female power and this, that, and the third. But like Doctor Doom proceeded to kick her ass like immediately after she even said that, so it didn't make any sense. Like clearly that's not what she was trying to say. And second of all, how is this still woke mind virus shit if like he beat her ass afterwards? Like what the fuck are you talking about? Right. Sorry, I was changing this. Why is this always like deleting itself? Sorry, I just saw what you said, Johnny. That's weird. Good luck. I made it to Silver 2 just to get loaded in with guys who were just getting killed, trying to get kills, and ended up bumped down to Silver 3. I'm still on fucking Bronze 3, bro. To be honest though, I haven't been playing much on competitive because I usually pick people like who are on the console and stuff. I don't have enough people that I know to make a full team to just play competitive on the PC. So I don't have to keep playing with losers and doomers and shoobers and gooners and all that. I can't remember. I don't think anyone else is online, so I'm gonna take a warm-up match. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! You just solo queue? Nice.
Let's see what this one is.
I suck then. I don't know, I just suck because I can't get anywhere. Every match I play on competitive is just a loss.
I'll be the healer. Sure. Yeah. Well, I don't understand what I'm doing here.
You gotten better at Penny Parker? You know, I heard from everybody online that we should play Penny Parker if you want to like solo or something like that, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't have to be forced to play one character to like get through, but I don't know.
Yeah, you just gotta be like hit him. Be that mortal, her shots bounce off stuff, and it goes. If it's near you, and lands, if you go near him, it goes sucks it to him.
I'm Luna Snow.
Oh, she's alright. You gotta shoot directly hit him with it though. You can't get shit close to him. But then there's another thing she does that it says hit L1. It'll say hit when you're looking at him, it say L1 to heal.
I need to bless every game. No, I have to put it in a little thing into the text chat where I bless the game. Tell everyone, hey, may Odin guide us. May the gods guide us into battle. I have never played as Penny, bro. I can't.
I must not.
She's overwhelming. I haven't even tried. Oh shit, my boss is calling me. What fucking terrible time. Why do they do this all the time? I feel this happens.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Oh my god, bro. Which one are you, Mom?
Luna.
Oh yeah. Well, stay back behind everybody. That way you can shield them. You know what I mean? It's got any plan. Like this girl's doing. So she's back here. Stay back behind her and just heal her. She'll heal everybody else. She's got the best healer.
It's always at the wrong times. I feel bad because like I would cover normally, but I actually do. Oh, it's so last minute. It's always last minute.
Oh my god, I missed. No way.
They're asking me to come in tonight. I'm just
Oh
like,
no.
bro. I do have plans on my girlfriend. I had my whole day planned.
Fuck, I need help.
I know emergencies happen last minute though, all the time, so it's just kind of like, oh shit, I never switched back. My bad.
How did he fucking see me? That's
My
what I'm
bad.
saying, dude. That's crazy. There's
You're
no
not
way.
seeing the game 'cause I'm
His
stupid.
city's fucking jacked too. Oh, dude, he's got an aimbot, dude. There's no way.
I'm cheating.
Watch when Magneto kills you, dude. He's fucking cheating like a motherfucker, dude. I promise you. There is no way he's moving. He got sensitivity high. It's like a fucking 200 or something. And he just directly goes to you and hit you. It didn't mean anyway.
What the hell is this guy screaming about in chat?
I doubt that.
You really think this guy's cheating? Or the fuck? I just killed this motherfucker.
Is anybody in a bad guy or am I shooting good guys here?
Oh my god, my like settings changed? 'Cause I feel like my
Oh my god,
sensitivity is high as fuck again.
I'm gonna need help.
My settings change?
Nah, you motherfucker.
Bro, who's talking about me? This guy's chatting with me.
They must be healing good. They're all trying to kill me now.
In danger! Bro, I fuck with that shit. Bro, I feel like my sensitivity is back up again. There it is. That one is so cool, bro. I found it by accident. I typed in like Marvel Rivals and Sound Alert, and that's what came up.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger. Need some help.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, sweet moves, right? Hey, Moonlight!
This is way laggy. Well, I'm not gonna lie, this match is pretty fucking laggy. It's choppy as shit. Like, I can't hit fucking anything.
Oh, no problem.
That's this
Why? A triangle for you.
Oh shit. Turn the aimbot back on, yeah. This guy's saying that this dude has an aimbot. He's fucking
I'm
up.
over it. I'm just
Killed him
fucking
like
over it.
twice. He couldn't even fucking kill me. I was flying right at him. It was just me and him.
I'm done, bro. It won't let me change my weapon. It's making me angry, bro. I don't understand why.
It's lagging on stream. It's lagging on me. It's lagging for me. It's actually lagging for me. I can't even actually the audio just shit out. I can't hear it anymore. The audio shit out. I can't even hear it. It's not even playing. It's not even playing the fucking music anymore. Or the other sounds. Like, it's not playing like gunshots or anything. Bro, this shit is so bad.
I'm on me. I was sitting there fucking falling asleep, dude. I'm getting tired.
This guy's talking about falling asleep and he's blaming this motherfucker for auto aiming? Like, the fuck?
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Dude, what is wrong with this match?
We're gonna try to get in the thing. Stay on the thing if you can.
My bad. What?
What the fuck
Try to
is
get back
going
on
on
it
with
before
this
we
match?
make that. Before we
I
all
can't
die
hear
off of
anything
it.
anymore.
We gotta keep it moving over here.
I'm yelling everybody like a motherfucker.
Oh, we'll stay behind in the back that way. Oh fuck! I didn't know it shot no. Anyway, oh I hit somebody.
What the fuck?
We got from behind
This
too.
this
If he's
game
trying
is
to sneak up behind
lagging
us in a
really
minute.
bad.
There's Magneto's bitch ass. Help me, help me, help me,
Man, I
help
can't
me,
wait to
Johnny,
get out
help
of this
me.
match because shit looks like shit. I'm
I'm
gonna
on
reboot
thing.
the game too
They're
after
after me.
this 'cause I feel like these motherfuckers
I can't switch to weapons. I don't even know why I'm still
they
using this bitch,
like
dude. It's kind of
poisoned my
stupid, really.
fucking game. This guy's complaining way too fucking much.
Who's healing this guy, dude?
They be, people be complaining when I say something just to tell everybody, hey, look at the back or go here, group up. This motherfucker, they be like, oh, I'm so complaining. This guy is like actually fucking complaining about everything. Accusing this motherfucker of being like an aimbot when he's not even an aimbot. What the fuck? Maybe I don't actually suck that bad.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Oh my god, I'm stuck. Look at what I'm stuck on. I'm like stuck in a hole in the wall, bro. Dude, I can't hear anything. I can't even hear if I'm like low on health.
Only 60 seconds left. Almost there. Don't turn back now.
This is crazy. I can't hear anything.
Down to 30 seconds. The final 10 seconds.
Dude, I can't even tell when I'm shooting. Bro, I want to get out of this fucking match so bad. I literally can't even tell when I'm shooting. Bro, why don't they shoot these shits out the fucking way?
Oh, they killed me, little bitches.
Bro, this is so fucking annoying. Like, straight up. Johnny, I want to bash my head against the fucking desk because this match sucks. Even though we're winning, I can't tell you how it feels to play this shit. Everything's so like delayed, and I can't hear shit.
So close. This is your big chance. Double KO.
It's hard to be a healer because everybody's running around. You gotta figure out where they're at.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I mean, I'm healing them. Just saying that sometimes they're like far the fuck away.
Stay on the points, motherfucker! Who just killed? I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. I can't hear if super explosion's about to come. The sound effects are on. The volume's on. The only thing that's down is the music.
No, just about.
I can't hear if they're about to drop fucking a super bomb on my ass or not. Double KO, and I died.
Double KO. That's 3.
Can't keep me down for long.
You coming?
Oh, sweet moves, right?
I can't get over.
Your powers are mine.
Damn it, she copied me and fucking shot me with my own shit. Now I can hear some of it. Jeez, these guys suck ass. How the fuck we lose with this guy doing all this shit, bro? The fuck? The fuck? I got killed by a Loki. That was a warm-up. It was a warm-up. Let me reset this game, because I don't know what the hell's going on with this shit. Gotta load up the shaders again. Sorry, I'm like texting my coworker because a lot of stuff going on all of a sudden, I guess. Yeah. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Hopefully the audio doesn't shit out on me again. Damn, bro.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Oh shit. What the fuck? They put me into a match already? Need a healer.
Even when you can't see me, there's still a chance to stop them.
Dr. Richards here.
We are undefeatable! Clear the way! No worries, I've got your back. No worries, I've got your back. Feeling fantastic.
That's crazy. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy. This is crazy. Damn, I try to keep them alive.
Disappear! No worries, I've got your back.
Can't believe they're struggling. They're already on checkpoint. What the fuck? Yeah, down. Down.
The moon haunts you.
It's clear I'm still needed here.
Iron Man standing by.
Better stop that vehicle!
Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío. Wow, how the fuck did he die so fast?
It's clear I'm still needed here. There's still a chance to stop them!
Oh my god, bro.
I don't give up so easily. Force burst! Anyone willing to help?
One step closer to sending that was bringing my step.
No worries, I got your back. Only 60 seconds left. I got you covered.
Of course they fucking killed me. I really don't understand how it's possible.
I'll fight for my family.
Well, wasn't I don't know, I might have, like, my special might have ended it. Maybe. I thought I was inside of it though.
I got you covered. I'll put this to good use.
Cool.
Another epic victory!
Oh. I think that's a good, that was a good warm-up. The last 2 matches weren't that bad. Now it's time to get shredded. Now it's time to lose. Over and over again.
You gotta love to watch Larry Bird in action because he makes the game.
Cooking soul.
Let's see what happens. He said, "Oh, you're hopping off, man? Alright, sounds good, man. I'll see you around. See you later." Well, I might be on because I'm off tomorrow too, but I might, it depends on how I feel and also my girlfriend, depends on what we do, but I'll see you around, bro. Be easy. I'm sorry I haven't been on much lately in terms of nighttime. Tired and shit, but take care, dude. Thanks for being here.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Someone's gotta guard the galaxy. Might as well be me. Time to do the right thing. Just gotta figure out what that is.
It'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
You know my element guns shoot lightning. Not just like that hammer of yours. So, I'm guessing you don't want to trade then.
Not even in your wildest of dreams.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
After winning the world championship, after being the
Wait, where's the team?
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
It sure is.
Oh, did you see that? Oh, that's the stuff.
Oh shit! Motherfuck! Motherfuck!
Can't keep me down for long. Oh, sweet moves, right?
Oh, son of a bitch, motherfucker! Say! Son of a bitch!
Oh, sweet moves, right? Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, sweet moves, right? Eat elements, jerks!
Why am I tanking? Shit! Shit! Motherfucker!
No stopping the
Oh, every match I play is ass. I have a tank, like... What was I tanking? What the fuck was the group? What was the
Oh, did you see that?
You needed some help, didn't you?
Let's try this again.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop
fuck
them.
is wrong with my team, bro?
We are
Like,
undefeated.
nobody's got a kill. Why was I tanking? Like, well, for the first, like, 30 seconds of the match?
Oh, sweet moves, right?
Jesus Christ. Why did it have to be that?
I am ready to put on a show.
Oh, that's the stuff.
I definitely fucking hit the dodge button at the same right before that happened. It was just like a lag or some shit. That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit.
We are
He
undefeated.
was doing kind of good for a second.
Let's try this again.
Fucking Ayabagamoto.
Oh, thought you had me.
Shields up.
Fuck! Wrong turn. I thought that door would open. I thought it was a door, man.
Oh, did you see that?
What? What? Bro.
Never miss. I'm back, baby. Oh, did you see that? Together to victory.
Bro, I hate this map.
Oh, sweet moves, right?
I am ready to put on a show.
Sharks!
Only 60 seconds left.
Oh, that's the stuff.
We are undefeated.
We're so distracted, aren't we? I'm a little bit distracted. I guess I hope I
Can't keep
broke
me
them
down
up
for
a
long.
bit.
Don't give up now.
Shields up.
Oh, thought you had me.
What the fuck? Why are they moving? Damn it, man. I'm just stuck in a fucking wall that's like a hole. How come I can't fly through it? Doesn't make any sense. There's a fucking hole. Like, what the fuck? What am I getting stuck on? Jesus Christ. She gets me pissed off. Oh, motherfucker.
We are undefeatable! The current score is 0.
Oh, they still only got one.
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
I think we got this. I think we got this.
You'll need a top-notch
No,
team to win
we
this
got
one.
this.
Someone's gotta guard the galaxy. Might as well be me.
All
I
right.
may be from Earth, but every
See
planet's
some
under my
ass.
protection now.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I visited hundreds of moons. How come they don't all have their own personal nights?
Don't know, don't care. One moon is more than enough for me.
Well, you're missing a huge opportunity, dude. Have you ever thought about franchising?
Don't give Khonshu any ideas.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit! I can't see half the screen because of that motherfucker. It's great.
Oh, did you see that? I took care of that Here comes the legendary Star Spirit!
I have located one of our...
Halfway there. Keep going. Get ready.
Onward to Yggdrasil. Our destiny awaits.
Oh, sweet moves, right? Oh, that's the stuff.
We are undefeatable!
Damn, that fucking Doctor Strange is so slippery, bro.
Oh, sweet moves, right?
The vehicle reached a
Finally, our
checkpoint.
team
Keep up
is
the
actually
pace.
doing something, bro.
Onward to Yggdrasil. Our destiny awaits.
Damn, where the fuck am I, bro? I can't see shit with these fucking ghosts.
Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, did you see that?
Oh yeah.
Final score, 2-2.
Finally won a fucking match. Despite the fucking goats. Despite the motherfucking goats. God, I hate that cherry. I hate that map. That map sucks ass, bro. Now we won still. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I wish I had some dip for my chips. This Captain America's badass. Let's see what my highlight is. Let's see what kind of shit we got going on. I like that. That's a good one. Killed quite a few. What was my final score? 13-9. That's not too bad. I went positive. Thank God. Thank God. I wonder if they had anyone arguing on the other side. Just mauling. Fighting with each other on why they lost. Damn all. I got the Magneto costume now. This one's this ugly ass shit. Iron Man one looks cool. Pretty badass, I don't know why. Let me take a dab for victory. And then, let me get myself situated. For another match. Oh yeah, let me go use the bathroom real quick. This is visible? Oh.
Acting like the beast is gonna be there for him, you know what I'm saying? Like a beat is not sold until the check clears. Period.
Good job, good soul. I swear to God.
Cool, I'm back, Jeez. You know what? Also, I need to do one more thing. Where's my one, bro? Great. I'm gonna have to run to the freaking grocery store today. We're out of motherfucking water. God damn it. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to call the stream a quits. Because I gotta go get water, I gotta go do a fucking few things.